In this video, I'm going to show how to start off creating a decentralized application for verifiable certificates. And this project will be using OpenAttestation, which is this open source framework created by Govtech Singapore. And this is the documentation website, which I have gotten most of the code from as well. Okay, so the first thing we need to do in a decentralized application is to connect the wallet. So for this, I have this use effect function here. So this is TypeScript use effect, and what it does is when the state of my website changes, the use effect will activate. So when use effect activates, it will initialize. You will do this function called initialize. So in my initialize function, when it is called down here, I will call another function called initialize MetaMask. So in initialize MetaMask is from my services. So I have a services file here. If I go to the services file, you can see initialize MetaMask. So this is just a basic function for us to connect to the MetaMask. Okay, so if we go back, we can see yes, so use effect initialize. So when we open up the website, the MetaMask will automatically pop up for us to connect. And once it is connected, we can start to deploy the document store. So the first step that we need to do is called the document store. And what the document store is, it is a smart contract, and this smart contract allows us to store the verification of any documents we want. For this app specifically, it will be certificates, so it will store the verification on the blockchain itself. So how do we deploy the smart contract? So using OpenAttestation, we don't actually need to write out any smart contracts ourselves unless something else is required, but most of the smart contracts have been written for us. So all we have to do is to create the uh, objects required to create the contract. So for this, I will need to call upon this deploy document store. So deploy document store, if we scroll up here, you can see it is from my services as well. So if I go back to services and scroll down here, you can see my function for deploy document store is here. So it takes in a parameter called signer, and it's type JSON signer. And first of all, we need to create a new object called factory, and this factory will call upon the will be a new document store factory. So this document store factory is from the Govtech Singapore's document store library, and from here we would get an address for the MetaMask, and then after that we can deploy the smart contract just by calling the function from the method from factory. So factory.deploy, and then I'll just give it a name and give it the address of my signer from MetaMask. And once the contract is deployed, it will return the document address, the document store address, which is the address of the smart contract. And once that is done, I have the smart contract. And if I go back to my document store, you can see here I'm using this set document store address to get the address, to save the address, to use it further on. And then after that, I just have a try and catch here to catch any errors, and that is done. So if we want to go to the website, we can actually, okay, this is the website. If I refresh, you can see first of all there is a MetaMask that comes up, and then first of all I need to log in. And connect my address. So for this MetaMask, I am using a Matic testnet, which is Mumbai. But because Ethereum and Polygon are interconnected, we can use either one we can use Solidity smart contracts on Polygon as well. So when I click deploy, you can see that MetaMask comes out again, and this time it is asking us to deploy the smart contract by paying some gas. So once I confirm the transaction, we can wait for a while, and you can see it's loading. Successful message here, document store successfully deployed. as well as a success message here for my MetaMask transaction. And I also have the document store address here. So if I copy this and I go to Mumbai Explorer, and just to confirm that my contract has been deployed, you can paste the address in, and you can see here 31 seconds ago my new contract has been deployed. So this contract is a contract of the document store from OpenAttestation.